Hey guys, what is up, and welcome back to another video. Today we are here for it's an unknown episode number. I really need to start checking those if I want to keep listing the episode in the little intro thing I do. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait until next week to see if that happens. But here we are on the lovely world of Goattville over here in the city today. Going to be doing some more work here once again, starting on another skyscraper here, just sort of expanding out the city, making it more than just this simple little road going through right here. So in between episodes, in terms of the building, in between the building episodes, of course I finished that, but you know, I already recapped all of this in my most recent updates video. And of course I got the road going through there, planning out all of the future stuff that we have. So in case you didn't see the last episode, I just have this little diagram kind of thing up here, sort of planning out the future of the city. That redstone torch indicates where we are right now. That's kind of like the "you are here" mark. And then here's the view. So we got, I'm really looking forward to getting into some of this other stuff right here, because that stuff will be really fun to make. But first we must do the sort of exterior stuff to that. So we just have two skyscrapers right here, which we're going to try and finish sometime relatively soon. This one we're going to be working on this episode. And then we need to work on those buildings sort of scattered over there, and then we can finally get into that. So, you know, we got ourselves a plan, and I'm feeling good that we can get to there sometime before March or April. So sometime around there. Probably get to that somewhere in March. But here is where we're working today, another skyscraper. I've already started to plan it out a little bit, just to get us a little bit of a head start on this video, so I don't spend, you know, another 10 minutes trying to plan something out. So it's going up right here next to the nether bank, and this skyscraper, I didn't, like when I was doing all the planning and stuff like that, I didn't realize just how much of a crucial role it had, because, well, it's not too crucial, but, you know, as you're entering the city, that's one of the first skyscrapers that you see. You know, that one's more obvious, but that one just sort of peering out the corner. So I kind of had to push it back the original distance from the road that I had it, just a couple blocks, just so it's not too crowded. And then I also changed the block color. It was originally like a really obnoxiously bright brown, but now it's a bit more of a neutral color. And the reason why I chose brown was just to give it a bit more life, because it seems as though a lot of the skyscrapers in the city just seem to follow a very gray and white pattern. And then there's like some black stuff over there, and the only real buildings with color is that one and that one. And then aside from that, everything is just gray, white, and black, and it's not looking that good. So I'm going to add a little bit of color, nothing too much, but you know, I feel like this small little change in the you know, pattern that we have going on right now will be, you know, a little bit of something better. So I suppose we could just sort of get started with, I guess, filling in some of the basic stuff. I'll probably have to do like a jump cut, because that's really all I have planned to do, is just to sort of start building this stuff out. I'm not too sure exactly what else I could specify with this. Actually, I do need to sort of plan out the back, so I suppose I can get started with that. Let's get some cyan stained clay from there, and this will sort of be some of the back stuff. We're just going to preserve the design going through here, this sort of pillar going right there, and then a window. So we'll bring this out a little bit, just give us something to work on. And then, alright, so probably put one window right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put another little column, and then we'll go to, you know, just sort of an empty wall right here. And then, let's see, what, it was this one, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, perfect. Is that good enough, or should we go a little bit more? How's the nether bank looking in its depth? I think we could go a little bit more with this, because when it comes to planning out these skyscrapers, we're going to have like a really weird sort of alleyway right in the middle of these. But actually, I think that could work if we have a little alley back here. Yeah. I suppose we can make it just one bit bigger. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, it's going to be hidden behind this skyscraper and the one over there. So we really don't have to worry about the depth being too much. Just whatever uses up the most space in terms of the floor plan of the city will basically make it turn out quite nice. So that's 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? Let's see. Alright, and now let's get a little bit of an aerial view. Make sure this is looking somewhat normal. Is that good? Yeah, that's perfect. Alright, so I'm just going to continue filling in this design and maybe try building up some of the first floor. So then after that we can just sort of get a general idea of what we're doing, and then maybe move on to getting some of the second floor, well, not the second floor, third floor and up, and also get a general sense of what the height of the building is going to be, and then work a little bit on the roof design. So by the end of the video, hopefully, I don't plan to completely finish the skyscraper, of course, because that's what I planned for that one, and I didn't even get nearly close to that. So we're going to keep our expectations rather realistic, and we're just going to sort of a general frame of it, so that way when the next episode comes, hopefully it will be completely finished and we can get started with the next one. So yeah, I suppose I should get started now, so I will see you then. Alright, and the first 2 floors are finished. Well, not completely, of course, not completely, but in general, from this corner at least, they look, somewhat complete. They're about as complete as I'll probably make them, and I think it looks quite nice. I'm beginning to wish that I sort of built it back a little bit, because it looks a bit close to the road, but it's not too much of a problem. It's just that is so far away from the road that it makes that look so much closer. But once you get all close up to it, then it doesn't look as crowded. And even if it does look crowded, that's kind of the intent. We're kind of going for some interesting architectural themes here, where you start out here in the really dense and crowded city, and then you make your way over here to the big sort of green space, and it's just a nice big release, and there's no skyscrapers like anywhere. It's all open. That'll turn out good, so it doesn't really matter if this is all tight and compact and a bit uncomfortable. That's the intent. That's it. But anyway, now we are going to get into some of the final bits of this. Not really the final bits, but just the next step. I'll just call that. So the first thing I want to do is something about that corner. I didn't want to make it just a normal sort of corner that it normally would be, but since it's got such a small but still a necessary view to take care of, I think what we could do is just, instead of making it in this theme, we could instead just fill it entirely with glass. Not entirely, but mostly with glass, so that what we can do is we can have it kind of set up to be like a place where an elevator or stairs would go. Probably stairs, or it could be either. We can have one for each one on each corner, or it could be stairs, just so people can see. Actually, I don't know. I'm probably not even going to do the interior anyway, so I don't know why I'm worrying about this so much. So we're just gonna have that be like some single glass stuff going up, and then maybe we'll have to do something different for that. Or we could just make this for the stairs after all, and make that 2 blocks wide. Yeah, I think that'll be good. But first off, I think I encountered a little bit of a problem here. I don't think those will be able to line up if we are to do this correctly. So I'm going to have to change some things. Oh dear, what could I do for this? I mean, it doesn't have to be in line with that, right? No, it doesn't have to be. Or what I could do is I could move it a block inwards. Would that help if I move it there? It should be able to work if I do that. Hold up. Let's see, I'm getting a bit confused here. I don't think we could just keep it like this, because that's such a small, subtle difference. It's not going to cause any major problems later. I don't know why I'm looking into this so much. All right, let's just get to work. Let's try and get some work done. So let's get some of these blocks, and that goes out 5 like that. So then this will be like this, and then we'll have that 1 block there. And then right here we will have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block, and then we'll do this and that, and then here will be another block, but this one will be the windows, and I think that's 5. Yep. So this will be the windows right here, and then here for the stairs area, we can just fill it up entirely with glass. We'll do 3 like that, and we'll put maybe another one on top, just so we can. Actually, I don't know if we should do that one on top. Maybe we should just keep it entirely open. Yeah, I think so, because this black stained glass is just going to blend in with whatever else I would have put there. So we're just going to get rid of this, do this, put another layer on top just because, and then since, if we ever do get around to the interior, we still have to be somewhat prepared. So I think I'm going to put 2 layers on top of this for where the floor and the ceiling would be, just so they're not right up against there, right? Yeah. And then let's see if that is going to look any bit different. I mean, it does look a lot more open than it normally would have been, so I think we could go with that, and maybe we can add some sort of interesting thing, not really interesting, but different thing right here. Or we just put this like this, and then what could we do on top of that? Something a bit more interesting, like we take stairs, but we do them like this. Yes, this is interesting. So you just do that, and hopefully, does that turn out pretty good? It's kind of, you know what, is that fine? I don't know if it's fine or not. I'm gonna do a couple more layers, and we'll see if it turns out good in the end. So, but also, first thing we should do is try and figure out how tall we should make this. So let's see, how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's on the 7th. All right, so we're just gonna go up 7 blocks at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So you probably don't want to hear me count to 7 a whole bunch of times, so I'm going to try doing it in a bunch of different other languages. So let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. What's the German one? I don't know. I know it's something similar to that. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's all I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. We're probably definitely going to go taller than that, so I'm just going to do a quick time lapse because I don't want to just keep doing this over and over again. So yeah, I'll see you then. And here is the height of it. It's not too big, you know. It's about the size of the other ones, but maybe a little bit bigger. So that little bit on top is about as tall as it's going to get right up there. So it's a little bit bigger than that building, Nether Bank. And it's a little bit bigger than those two as well. But when you look at it from this angle, it does look like it just nicely, you know, glides right into that. So it's not going to be too abstract of a height for this. So I think it turned out quite nice, and I did get a small bit of a roof design going just because I feel like this video is dragging on long enough. So basically what I did was I just put, you know, it went up as it normally would with the windows, but this time it only goes 2 blocks up, and then there's just a nice little design where these white sort of supports come out like that. So I think that looks quite nice. We're just going to wrap this around the entirety of the top of the building, and that should pretty much be it. Then here we can put the normal sort of andesite cobblestone fill that I put on top of every skyscraper. So yeah, it's looking quite nice. If I do say so myself. Let's see, could I do anything else for this video? What else could I do? Maybe I could just, you know what, I'm just going to do a little bit more work on the skyscraper just so, you know, I can make a good thumbnail pretty much. So let's see, let's get some more swiftness out, and I'm going to finish up just maybe the facade of it, maybe just try getting that part done, and then I will cut back, and we can just sort of end off this video with sort of a general view in terms of how it will look. So I guess I'll just get started. And here we are, 40 minutes later. I don't know why, but these things always take so long to make. Working on the first couple floors, it doesn't seem too bad just because it's something quite simplistic. Like something like that will take me 10 minutes, but all of that takes so much longer, even though it's just repeating the same design. So, you know, I was able to get the majority of the front done, except for the windows and stuff in there, and that small little thing on the side, but I think it's good enough for us right now. So, yeah, I suppose that could be it for this episode. And the next one, we'll probably just do some final finishing touches on this. Maybe like, you know, I'll do a little jump cut of me, you know, filling in some window bits or something like that, or adding something, just something small. But aside from that, in the next episode, we should start working on this skyscraper. That will be right along this road. It's going to be, I'm not too sure how well it's going to fit, but hopefully it does. That's approximately 50, which means that if we go over there, it will go out to about right there. So we'll have this massive little space in the middle, so we'll probably dedicate that to like maybe some sort of parking area, because there's not so much parking on the streets here. So having this little bit off to the side would be somewhat of a good idea. Yeah, but aside from that, I suppose that'll be for this video. Leave wow, what's a good word to leave in the comments? Should we just go back to Goat? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of unoriginal, but next episode we'll have a good word to just randomly leave in the comments. So yeah, leave Goat if you made it this far. Then yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye.